secure a 5th base on Derelict Watcher when you're playing against a Terran who is good at multi-pronged aggression and dropping. We've seen so many games in recent WCS history that hinge around that 6 o'clock expansion where Terran's pushing in from that high ground and Zerg's just trying to defend whilst counterattacking around the top half of the map. I'm not sure what to expect here. I don't know if these two guys play at that level. You know, I don't know if we're talking about quite the caliber that we see when we get guys like Polt versus Jadong, for instance. I
don't think that's unfair to say. Certainly reasonable.
Either way, Derelict Watcher is live, so let's go ahead and hop into game.
Excellent.
Where we can see you spawning in the top right-hand corner of Derelict Watcher. The red Terran player, he is Drunkenboi. And his opponent, down in the bottom left, the blue Zerg, representing Team Root. He's showing some good games today. I'm hoping to see one more from him here. It is Vibe. Vibu.
You should just rename himself Vibu. Now you get some Korean fangirls. Fantastic for the for the passion, I suppose, there.
I think if I was to ever really get serious and go all pro gamer mode, I would make my gamer tag Playgoo.
That seems reasonable, because then you could just have people shout it at random. I think it might get a little annoying after a while, gotta say.
Yeah. Once again, Drunkenboi is going to open with a barracks first. Will we see him drop that refinery that's become so typical?
Probably.
Or
it's Drunkenboi.
Yep. Nope,
he's not going to mix it up. No, the only mixing up he would do is the order of the refinery in the barracks. But no, he's definitely going to do that. We saw how effective he is with Hellions and Reapers. Drunkenboi is at his best when he is able to get aggressive. You pin him on his side of the map, he falls to pieces most of the time. So that's the kind of thing we can expect coming out of Drunkenboi, and it's exactly what we should see.
Vibe once again will drone scout. It's been the same story every time, and this one no different. He will see the building barracks. He will move into the main, and he will see the built refinery. And then he's just gonna have to go back home. Hopefully he won't be locked in. And
no, he's getting out of there. No problem at all. Now, we're not seeing a Reaper first here from Drunkenboi, because that was, of course, a 13 gas, not a 12. So this could be a little bit different.
Interesting. Will it be a factory build, or will he make a Reaper anyway? No, it's not going to be a Reaper. Oh man, this could throw Vibe for a loop here.
I think so. Admittedly, you are still playing against Drunkenboi, so you should assume Hellions in all circumstances. It's like there's no factory on the field whatsoever. Assume Hellions anyway. Like, statistically, you will be right most of the time. So that should work out pretty well for him. So this is going to be an earlier factory than what we usually see there, of course, with no Reaper at all. And this, I wonder what he's going to do with it. I mean, it's probably going to be Hellion. It's highly unlikely that we'll see him attempt anything with Hellbats. I mean, we've barely seen Hellbats lately, and for good reason. They do get nerfed into the ground.
Reactor's out, and I'm almost certain you're right, TB. It's not impossible that we see a Widow Miner too, but in all likelihood, there's going to be some Hellion production here for our Terran player, who's maintained his gas mining, by the way. So he's got
what's that for?
Something else in the cards for us. Also
maybe Banshee. He might just 1-1-1 it out of here.
He's got enough money to drop a command center, and I really expect to see that command center. What are you going to do, Drunk? No, there's the starport.
1-1-1.
Oh, man.
Back to the Puma days. That's what we like. Or how do you say it over that? Puma. Puma is just... I'm sorry, guys.
You're an American now, really? John.
No, I only adopted it. You were born in it, molded by it.
Command center does go down, so it's a pseudo 1-1-1 with Starboard in play. Now, I guess he's...
It's a trick. He's only making 2 Hellions because his opponent expects 25 Hellions.
No. He swaps the factory because he wants 3 exactly.
Yeah.
Having 4 would be wasteful.
Indeed. Got to be very precise with the Hellion gnome, especially when you happen to be Drunkenboi. Admittedly, we've seen what he can do with 3 Hellions, so I think he's probably right there.
A little bit old school, maybe. Some elevator play coming. He's making Marines, he's making Hellions, he's making the medevac, so... could be a Marine drop in the back with Hellions at the front. Could be just unloading everything on the high ground and trying to attack into the main base. Vibe's getting that quick layer off of 2 bases, so If I had to wager a guess, I'd say this is probably going to be 2-base Muta.
Well, he's made it work in the past, but the question is, can he even do it without taking crippling damage from this aggression here from Drunkenboi? You see there's a spine down, and there's a spore as well. There's another spine coming down. Yeah, Vibe definitely knows that there's something horrible coming his way, and he's preparing as best he can, but we are going to see the elevator play. Hellions at the front, Marines at the back, and action all the way.
Yes, sir. 7 Marines and a medevac making the way into the main, and the Hellions going to come join up. I like this. This is a throwback. Is Vibe prepared for this?
I'm going to go with no, because he didn't even know where they are. There we go. Now he's seen them, and it's too little too late because all Hellions are now on the ground.
Yep.
Let's see if he can throw this back without speedlings even. He's got a lot of queens.
Oh, man, the medevac has taken so much damage, but good control here from Drunkenboi has kept it alive. Now the drone line in the main base under fire. Oh, man. Vibe once again taking heavy losses.
This is horrendous, and Drunkenboi is having a field day. He's got the best possible position here. The surround is really only benefiting Drunkenboi as opposed to anything else. The Marines are still alive. The amount of damage he's done is absolutely massive. 17 workers and at least 3 queens, and God knows how many. Good game there it is.
Gonna tap out. Good game.
Absolutely buried.